As someone who travels a lot, I've learned the travel gear you bring with you can really enhance your experience. And as someone who's bought a lot of travel gear, I've learned there are certain times of year that are better than others to get a great deal on that travel gear. So in this video, I'm going to share the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals I'm seeing on travel gear and travel essentials. Hey everybody, Nick here from Away Together. We've reviewed a ton of luggage, backpacks, and travel gear, all sorts of things here at Away Together. And what I've done, given the time of year, is my team and I have gone out and price checked absolutely everything we've ever reviewed. And we have it here for you, basically to show what the best deals out there are so you don't have to spend a bunch of time searching. I'm going to walk through category by category through things like luggage, travel tech, backpacks, etc. And to make it super easy for you, we've built a web page. If you go to awaytogether.com/deals, you can see everything we're going to talk about today. It's all linked there conveniently for you. What else? Yeah, if anybody has any questions, we'll do a little Q&A at the end. So let's get started with luggage. We'll start first with hard luggage. One of the best deals I've seen on luggage so far is you can get up to 40% off the Nomadic Carry-On Classic. This is a very high quality bag, and it's also not a cheap bag. It's quite expensive. So 40% off, pretty solid. Takes it from, between $400 and $500 to a more palatable $270. Still pricey, but there's some high quality stuff in this bag, most notably the Hinamoto spinning wheels. This is a very great one. It's one that I've bought and reviewed personally. Next, I'm seeing a couple of deals. Monos is running all sorts of deals, and theirs may change throughout. This is like early Black Friday for them, but as they transition into Black Friday proper and then into Cyber Monday, they're one of the retailers that it seems like they're doing different things on the different days. What I'm seeing right now is discounts on their Plus series. So the Carry-On Plus, you can get about $57 off. The Carry-On Pro Plus, you can get $49 off. Both of these are solid bags. I have personally carried the Carry-On Plus to almost 20 countries all over the world. I love the kind of minimal aesthetic of Monos bags. The wheels are smooth. They are fine over cobblestones. I've taken these bags over cobblestones throughout Europe. The telescoping handle, in my opinion, is one of the best on the market. It just doesn't have that annoying side-to-side shake. And great warranty on these bags. Good built-in compression. So pretty good deal. If you've had your eye on some Monos bags, you can get like $50 off. Next up, another hard-sided is the Herschel Heritage. This is their 35-liter. You can get 30% off on this bag. We bought this one earlier this year when we did a roundup of lightweight luggage, and I think this is a cool bag. It's kind of like a mini version of the Monos, if you will. It's like a little bit shorter and squattier. Got a cool aesthetic. Herschel has some neat stuff, and I like some of their different colorways. Looks like some of the colors here, the discounts are kind of color dependent, so you may just want to click around here a little bit. But oh wow, this one's up to 40% off. I guess that's kind of a funky pattern. But yeah, this Herschel bag is pretty cool. It's not the lightest lightweight bag. I mean, it's 6 pounds, but it is lighter for a hard-sided case, okay? Speaking of hard-sided cases, here is the Away Carry-On. This bag is 25% off, and so I know Away has really big brand recognition. A lot of people really love this bag and have quite a bit of affinity for Away. They have a massive marketing budget, so it's no wonder. But yeah, you can get over basically $70 off this bag. That's a really solid deal. And similar to the Monos, this comes with a great warranty. Most of these bags, not all, so check the fine print, but I know Away and Monos both do this, offer a 100-day money-back guarantee if you buy the bag. You try it out. You don't like it, as long as you haven't traveled with it, okay? It's like you buy it and unbox it at home and see how you like it. So I always like to tell people that if they're on the fence about a bag, like, buy the one you think you want and take advantage of that return window. A little insider baseball for any of you who watch our channel. A good number of the bags we feature in our reviews, we're buying personally through the website just like you would, and then we're just returning them within the window. Some of them we keep. Every now and again, a company, sends us one for free, but in a lot of cases, we're doing what I just said. So you can always try that, and it's a great way to see if it fits for you or not. Last hard-sided bag is the Travel Pro Max Light Air. Travel Pro makes excellent stuff. This is almost $50 off. What is that? It's 25% off. Of all the bags featured in that lightweight bag video we did earlier this year, this one had the coolest aesthetic up close, and you can kind of see here the ridges in that hard case. Really nice. It's got a great texture. It's got the signature Travel Pro contour handle. It's got 8 360-degree spinner wheels, but it's still a pretty lightweight bag. So that one's great. That's hard luggage. Let's move now to soft luggage. I'm going to close some tabs because Chrome eats up a lot of memory. So one of the best deals that I am seeing in soft luggage is actually a 2-piece combo featuring one of our top-rated soft side carry-ons, the Samsonite Essentra. So right now, they have this running for 54% off. You can get this 2-piece set for less than the price of what they usually sell the Samsonite Essentra for, if I'm not mistaken. Really simple bag. It's kind of a no frills bag, but it's got everything you need and would expect. I liked the handle on this one. Let's see here. There's nothing more here on the Amazon page. But packed well. Overall, we were really impressed. And in our soft-sided luggage video from around this time last year, this was one of our top-rated bags. This is one of the best soft-sided bags you could get for under $200, in my opinion. So, this time around, you can get it with a free duffel. That's pretty great. Next up, we have the Hartman Ratio Classic Deluxe. This is a super expensive bag, to be honest with you, but I'm including it here on the list because it's like $180 off. 30% off a $600 bag is quite a bit. What I didn't love about this bag is how just kind of bare it is on the inside. There's no internal organization. The little compression straps here felt kind of flimsy. The handle is one of the sturdiest telescoping handles I've ever seen. Zippers were great. Texture was great. The packability and the perceived durability of this bag were all great. I just couldn't figure out why anyone would want to spend $600 on it. 400's approaching more palatable, but yeah, this is one I'm sharing in case you're interested in Hartman. I still don't think I'll be pulling the trigger on a $400 suitcase. This is, in my opinion, the best suitcase Travel Pro makes. This is the Travel Pro Platinum Elite. You can get this for $88 off. Great deal. The spinner wheels on this are like rollerblade wheels. They glide super smooth. This is the creme de la creme contour handle that Travel Pro offers. Good zippers. It's got the front laptop pocket. This one has a built-in power bank, so super good deal on one of our top-rated bags. Next, on the lower end for sure, this bag is normally a little over $100, normally $120. You can get it for 33% off. This is the Swiss Gear Scion. You can get it for $80, 33% off. That's a really solid deal. Definitely not my top recommended bag. I thought the wheels on this one were a little bit flimsy, but if you need a soft-sided bag and you only want to spend $100 or less, This is a very high rated option. I mean, almost 4.5 stars with 20,000 ratings. Lastly, in the soft-sided category, you've got the Delcy Paris Helium DLX. This one was a contender in our soft-sided luggage video as well. 30% off at $120. That's a really good price for this bag. This one comes with an internal like TSA removable kind of toiletry bag right there. And let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, all these I'm showing you are carry-on compliant. And it looks like they're out of that brown color, but it's available in black and navy blue. Some good deals on soft luggage. Next, very excited because we just made a video about this. Backpacks. And the biggest deals by far are on the GoRuck GR2. So this is another one where it might vary a little bit by colors, but man, you can get over $100 off in most of these. So I think the red is the biggest discount, $192 from $385, but black is still over $100 off. These bags are virtually indestructible if you're not super familiar with them. And one of my biggest kind of red flags about them for most travelers, if they were to ask me, hey, is this bag right for me, is it's kind of overkill for a lot of folks. Do you really need a bag with a bomb-proof laptop compartment? Probably not. Somebody does. These bags have, developed a cult following in the kind of digital nomad and one-bag travel community because they're so durable. GoRuck started creating bags for rucking, and then they took that kind of those same principles and core competencies, if you will, into making travel bags. So these are super durable bags. They're also really expensive bags, and $100 off on a bag like this, really, really good deal. GoRuck GR2. Next, you can get 35% off our top budget pick backpack, the TomTalk Travel 40 liter. So normally this bag is only $100, and this is one of, in my opinion, our best budget bag recommendations of all time. This is a quality backpack. It isn't loaded to the gills with as many features as you might find in certain travel backpacks, but for $100, it's a great deal. Well, Black Friday deal, it's 35% off. You can snag this thing for only $65. So if you are like planning a trip and you're trying to figure out how to put together a budget one-bag travel setup, this could be a really, really good option to consider, especially considering the timing. From 100 to 65, that's solid, and it's knocking out one of the most expensive pieces of your kit. Next, the Osprey Farpoint 40. This is 26% off. Normally runs $185, and it's down to $136. This is arguably Osprey's most popular travel backpack of all time. Really solid bag. And at least on Amazon, I didn't see this same deal on Osprey.com. I don't know what's up with that, but at least on Amazon, you can get 26% off. So that's great. The Thule Subterra 2. I was a big fan of this one. And I think it's great for kind of professional travelers, business travelers. It doesn't have that same, hey man, where's the hostel kind of look as some of these backpacks do. This one is over 25% off, so really, really good deal here. Next, you've got one of our top recommended travel backpacks right now, the Air Travel Pack 3, and you can get it for 20% off. That's a really, really good deal because I already think at $250, this bag is a great value. It's just loaded with features. Quick note, just so you know, most of these, the discount is automatically applied, but with the Air in particular, you need to use this code SAVE20 to get that deal. And they've actually got that site-wide, so you may want to check out some other things while you're here. A couple more backpacks. We have the Peak Design travel backpack. The 30 liter is $183. It's normally $229. And the 45 liter is $60 off. It's normally $299.95. Right now it's $239.96. They're also offering free shipping over $99. So if you were in the market for one of these, you picked one of these up, you'd get not only discount but free shipping as well. Then the packed travel backpack. That's our last backpack here. Discounts on both sizes. The 35 liter is, a good $50 off. This is a really quality bag. I mean, honestly, the past 4 or 5 are all ones I really like. I recommend, if you haven't already and you're in the market for a backpack, go check out our travel backpacks video, because we went super in depth. We worked really hard on that video, and I'm so glad to see so many of them on sale. 15% off on a $300 bag is great. All right, that is backpacks. Just checking I've covered everything. Sorry if I'm giving you whiplash. All right, before we move on to more gear, I also wanted to throw up some apps and services. I've kind of kept an eye out for these because personally, I like to use a lot of travel apps and services. I'm not seeing a ton of discounts, but here are a couple of good ones. Number one, you can get lifetime access to Rosetta Stone for $149. That normally goes for $400, but they've discounted it by $250. And you get access to every language that they offer. It's over 25 languages. And so for $149, you have all of them for life, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, my wife and I really want to learn Italian, so this one is personally interesting to me. Next is Daily Drop Pro. So if you're familiar with a brand called Fairdrop, or if you're familiar with YouTubers Kara and Nate, for a long time they had a company called Fairdrop, which basically sends cheap flight deals to people. It kind of works like Google Flight Alerts. It scours the internet for the best deals on flights and then sends you an email if it finds one. For example, like flights from Dallas to Dublin, normally $1,100. Right now, it's $480, that kind of thing. Doesn't book the flights for you. I don't even, you book all the flights and stuff yourself. It's just kind of looking for deals. So they have rebranded that under a different company, Daily Drop. Daily Drop is all about points and miles. So they've merged the two companies, and now they're offering one kind of pro service. Really, really cool. Let me see if they've got it here in the stream. So, yeah, there we go. Deal alerts. So this is what I was talking to you about. When you set up your account, you basically set, hey, here's my home airport. Here are the types of places I want to go. And then it sends me deals. Yeah, it looks like this. Right, so I have this account, and to be honest with you, my wife and I, when we first started traveling to Europe together, probably our first 4 or 5 times to Europe was taking advantage of cheap flight deals like these. Our very first one was a Northern Italy trip. We did Southern Italy as well, and it was all pretty convenient. It was like from our home airport. We have to connect no matter what, but they weren't crazy, 34-hour itineraries or anything like that. So I think this is great in itself, but they also have a points search tool. I think this is awesome. I talked about this in a recent video. I like to play the points and miles game. I know many of you do as well. But man, when you're trying to pull off a points booking, it's pretty tricky sometimes just to know who has availability. And there's all these airline transfer partners and things like that. How do I know if I'm getting the best deal or not? So basically, this is a search engine that allows you to go, here's where I am, here's where I'm trying to go, here are my dates. Very similar to how you'd search for a cash flight, but it tells you pretty much the best deals for using your points. So, hey, you could take this Qatar Airways flight from Atlanta to Doha, and the best deal is going to be with 85,000 Alaska mileage plans points. Oh, I don't have any Alaska points. I'll scroll down. Oh, here's how you could do it with your American Airlines miles, blah, blah, blah. So that's how this works. The offer on this deal, because I need to move on, I've been rambling about this, is $50 off their Daily Drop Pro subscription, which is normally $149. So you get it $99 for a year, and they will also send you a free set of packing cubes, which is pretty cool. Next, if you travel a lot and you connect from coffee shops, airport Wi-Fi, airport lounges, things like that, I always recommend traveling with a VPN. At this point, if you've used much YouTube, you know what a VPN is because a lot of YouTubers talk about it. We've worked with Surfshark in the past. I personally use Surfshark. I personally, decided I wanted to use Surfshark when we didn't have a sponsorable channel or anything like that. And what I like about Surfshark compared to some other guys is they give you unlimited devices. So right now, they're offering 60% off their VPN plus 4 months free. And it's really like if it was something you were in the market for, here's a chance to get a great deal. Lastly, I made a course about how to save money traveling Europe. We call it Europe for Less. And basically, the premise is, who doesn't want to save money, right? If you're watching this live stream, you probably fall into that category. But for me, that doesn't necessarily mean I want to be a budget traveler or a backpacker that only stays in hostels. And so in this 90-minute mini course, basically I break down how anyone can save $1,000 on a trip to Europe using real travel tips and tricks that my wife and I have personally used. I go over some big money mistakes that I see people commonly make when they travel to Europe. And I also talk a little bit about where, you could save here or skip that, but it might be worth it to splurge here. This normally goes for $97. Currently, we're offering it for $39. I think there's a tremendous amount of value here. I think it makes a great gift as well if someone in your life is thinking about taking a trip to Europe. All right, that is apps and services. Next, let's hop into packing cubes and organizers. Kind of a weird category, but I know a lot of people swear by sort of compartmentalizing their luggage. I certainly do too. It helps me stay organized and my stuff not just falling everywhere, keeps things quick access. So first, one of the best deals I am seeing is 36% off the Thule Crossover 2 travel organizer. This is a nice little, it's pretty versatile actually. You could use it as a tech pouch. You could use it as a little document holder. It's got a slot for a pen and stuff like that. They really need to update their Amazon listing because it's just the same picture over and over. It's pretty compact. It's like a small tech pouch, basically. High quality. Oh, it comes with this little magnetic wallet insert that sort of locks in to the spine. It magnetizes to the internal spine. I like it. We reviewed it in a recent video if you want to get a sense of the size and how it is in the hand. So this is a great sling, in my opinion. I'll let you in on a little secret. I am normally not a huge sling guy. I know it's really popular to talk about slings. My wife loves slings, and our editor, Alex, who is the guy who makes all of our stuff look so good, he's a sling guy himself. Personally, I am not. But if I were to carry a sling, this would be the one because it's got sort of a masculine vibe about it. So many slings just kind of feel girly to me. And I don't know. Personally, I like this one. It's 25% off. We've already talked about Tom Talk. They make great stuff. It's only $32, and it's Prime. So if you're on the fence, it's one of those pull the trigger, see if you like it. If you don't, send it back. Packing cubes. This is a 4-piece set of packing cubes by Epica. So Epica makes our all-time favorite travel adapters. They're the top-rated travel adapters on Amazon. Really, really like the company. And they've now broken into the packing cube space. They have a 6-piece set and a 4-piece set. I think the 4-piece set is going to be a great value. Typically, these retail for $40, and these are about $10 off, 25% off. They're a high-quality nylon, standard kind of compression packing cubes. They've got the double compression factor, right? So you zip it up and then zip it again. A lot of packing cubes. The aesthetic is kind of meh, but I actually really like these. Another great set of packing cubes by Trip Travel Gear. These guys have been in the game a long time, and they have so many different styles, colorways, multiple piece combos. I've carried this colorway to many different countries, and these are currently 20% off. Very, very nice. Also by Trip Travel Gear, they have their own kind of tech organizer. This one is a little bit of a larger one, but it's not huge or whatever. It still fit in the front of your carry-on bag or backpack, and it's also good as just like a desk caddy, if that's of need to you. It's the kind of thing that could just sit right on your desk with your cables, your charger, your power bank, etc. My current favorite is the small tech pouch by Peak Design. This is newer, and they've put it on sale. I have it in this coyote color. Looks super cool in person. Currently, it is, a little over $10 off. I'm trying to run a live stream and do mental math. Got to look at my notes over here. It's 20% off. Save about $10. Yeah, this is a great one. I love the origami style kind of interior. You can see here it's got slots for like an SD card. It's got a little loop for a pen. You can add a strap to it as well so that this could function as a sling, which is pretty neat. I'm just using it as a tech pouch / desk caddy. Works great. And then another tech kit option is this one by Bellroy. This one's a little bit bigger than the Peak Design one, but I love the internal organization of this one. These little pockets are nice, very flexible. And then this guy, kind of this cream-colored piece on the interior, opens up, and behind it there's a little pocket. And it's got all these little elasticized kind of belts and loops, if you will, to keep cords and your AirPods and stuff like that in place. Very high quality. Bellroy puts a lot of thought into everything they make. All right, let's move into some clothing and essentials. One of the top deals I have found by far is on my all-time favorite jacket. This is a packable puffer jacket by Eddie Bauer. I'm showing you the men's one. They make one for women as well, but this is over $150 off. I personally wore this jacket to probably 20 countries at this point. I wore it for 6 straight months of full-time travel. Packs down very small. Let's see if they have a picture here. If you've watched much of our channel, you've seen this jacket. We've packed it a bunch of times. It packs into an internal pocket. Very warm, and it works great, whether you're layering up in super cold weather or just like over a t-shirt on the plane. Really, really great. Bunch of different colorways. Big fan. This is a tremendous, tremendous deal. All right. This might be the most random section. This is a 2-in-1 curling wand and straightener. It's travel size, and this is one that, as you can tell, I use all the time. No, my wife has used this and carried it on our 6-month sabbatical as well. 30% off. Really good deal. And, works just fine. Dual voltage works just fine. Plugged into a travel adapter. These are some tiny folding sunglasses. They're basically the equivalent of like a Ray-Ban Wayfarer. That's kind of the silhouette of the glasses, but they fold in half, right? So there's these hinge points in the nose, and then in the kind of the forward part of the arm that goes around your ears. I don't know what that's called. I'm sure there's a name for it. Yeah, hinge here, hinge here, hinge here. They fold up really small to basically become the size of a set of AirPods. They're 40% off. Nice savings there. They come with a little case as well. Oh, this was on sale. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this one's color dependent as well. This is a blanket for travel. It's kind of like a thin down blanket, very similar to like a puffer jacket material. This is made by a company called Gravel. They make really thoughtful travel products, and it packs down to the size. I mean, they're saying, it's about the size of a can of LaCroix. This is awesome. We have carried this personally. We took this earlier this year to Belgium and Amsterdam. We brought one of those little inflatable mattresses for the plane because our daughter, who was under 2, basically slept on that. And this was the blanket we used to cover her up. One night in the Airbnb when I couldn't get any sleep because she got in bed with us, I went out and slept on the couch and used this blanket as well. So can personally attest, very warm, pretty big, right? But packs down very small. 25% off on that. Very good. By the way, I'm not endorsing co-sleep, but when your toddler is freaking out in a strange place and they want to get in bed with you, what can you do? All right, I have this wallet and use it every single day. It's, of all the front pocket wallets out there, I think it's just arguably the most thoughtful design, and it's not over-engineered. So many of the slim, minimalist, anti-pickpocket travel wallets out there are just super over-engineered and super expensive. This retails at full retail for $20, and you can currently get it for $15. So this is a great stocking stuffer as well for, the traveler in your life. Good gift for dad or brother or whoever. I'm on my second one of these and absolutely love it. Yeah. Don't be a George Costanza kind of person. Last but not least, I am currently wearing this item. This has become one of my favorites. This is the compact travel hoodie by Unbound Merino. It's not the wildest discount. They have better discounts going on their site right now, but you can get it for about $20 off. So like it. I was skeptical, but man, I wear this thing pretty much every day. It's literally like wearing a hug. Okay, now travel tech. Okay, so for anyone interested in creating travel content, I wanted to share this guy because it is a pretty crazy deal. I have the slightly older generation of this guy. I have the DJI Air 2S. And if you've seen any of the drone footage that we have shot for our channel, sometimes we use some stock footage and things like that because, I can't fly a drone in a national park or something like that. But any of the footage we've shot ourselves has been with this guy. And the reason it's the Air is because it packs down ridiculously small. I don't know if they've got good enough video of it here. You know what? If I have the drone with me, I'll show you how small it is. I've got it right here. So this is how small it packs down to. I mean, honestly, it packs down smaller than that Gravel travel blanket. This is pretty good for fitting into your personal item bag or whatever. DJI makes great stuff. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but I am just a fan of what they're doing. Super smooth, and they make these things so that like a trained monkey could fly it. You need to get a license to operate a drone. You need to register your drone and all that stuff. I'm not promoting being irresponsible. but they are fairly simple to fly. What I'm showing is the Fly More combo, which basically comes with more batteries, a little charging thing as well. But if you just get the drone and the remote, it's like $879. So normally, I mean, on that Fly More, that was $270 off. On this guy, that's like, it's over $200 off. So pretty great deal. I know most people probably aren't in the market for a drone, but for the one or two of you who are that are watching this, I really wanted to call this out because it's a fantastic deal. And a fantastic drone. My personal favorite set of over-ear noise canceling headphones are currently over $100 off. These are the Sony. This is the current model of the Sonys. It's the XM5s. These are great. I've tried several others, but I just really like these for the comfort and the sound quality. I like that it's got this built-in feature where you just kind of hover your hand over here, and if the captain's making an announcement or whatever on the plane, you can easily hear it, pause your music or whatever, and then it'll keep going. So, one little tip I've picked up in looking at products and, comparing prices and things like that is, in a lot of cases, there's nothing wrong with the generation before. And the same is true of the Sonys. So if you'd rather save almost $200, you could get the generation right before the XM4s. My wife, Allie, personally has these, and she really, really likes them. She had the 3s too, and when the 3s finally bit the dust, this is the set that I bought her. So, man, you can get these. Oh, I'm sorry, not $200 off. They're currently at $200. You can get it for $150 off, which is still solid. We don't stream a lot or anything like that. We don't watch a lot of TV when we're traveling. However, when you're in a foreign country, if you're traveling for a long period of time, it's always nice to be able to watch what you want to watch. And so just wanted to call out, you can get the Amazon Fire Stick for over 55% off. You know what else works pretty well is just carrying around a $7 HDMI cable. And I have definitely been known to do that. This thing is called the Flight Flap, and it's great for basically contorting into whatever shape you want to position your phone on the airplane tray table to watch Netflix and whatever. It's not expensive to begin with. I think it's normally $15, but it's like $12 right now. Again, guys, I said we looked at everything we'd ever reviewed, so some of this stuff might feel a little random, but it's on sale. So if the Flight Flap appeals to you, there it is. I love this thing, and I think it's great. It's got a spot in my tech kit on most trips. It's the Mi Audio Connect Air wireless audio transmitter. If you don't know what this is, basically it enables you to use your Bluetooth headphones with the airplane entertainment center. So if you rock a set of AirPods or something like that, you don't have the option to plug in a cable, right? With the Sonys that I was showing you, you do. But with this guy, you just plug that into the in-flight entertainment center, connect, boom, you're in business, and really, really good deal, 40% off, normally $50, right now, $30. Thing works great. If you need storage in a small footprint, I really like these. I have several of these. These are SanDisk Extreme Portable Solid State Drives. So this is the 2 terabyte I'm showing you, and it's like, $70 off. I'll show you how small these are as well because I have 6 of them behind me. For the entire genesis of this channel, when we were traveling full time, this is where our videos lived, on little SSDs this big. So I tend to travel with at least one of these. They're great. If you need a lightweight, portable, non-cloud storage solution, pretty good option, 35% off. This thing is pretty cool, especially for, long flights and things like that. If you ever run emulators on your phone, if you want to play the old Pokemon games on your iPhone or something, this is basically a controller that plugs into your phone. Now it's also kind of wrapped up in Sony's ecosystem. You can do stuff with your PS5 and things like that. The reason I have mentioned it on our channel specifically is not so you can remote play your PS5. Who's going to do that while you're on a flight? Mine has more been the, hey, if you're running an emulator, if you play a lot of mobile games, this could be a good option for you. Because connectivity while you're traveling could vary, so it may not be the best for streaming. But 30% off, really good deal. It's normally $170. So if you got a gamer in your life, this could be a good gift for them. Another kind of in-flight entertainment option is the Paralogix phone mount. This is an articulating mount, basically, that you can clip your phone into, and then it clips to the airplane tray table. It looks like a cheap piece of Chinese plastic, and honestly, it just might be. But when I bought this and used it a bit in person, I was more impressed than with these pictures here online. Kind of feel like these are photoshopped. But anyway, thing works great. Another kind of content creator option. This is a integrated grip and charging solution for your iPhone. It basically has a DSLR style grip for your phone. So if you're out and about doing a lot of filming with your iPhone, which is a legit thing these days with the iPhone 15 and 16 Pros, this is a pretty cool option. It also works as like a dock/charging station. Pretty cool. And it doesn't only work with iPhones, by the way. 20% off. All right, I really like this little guy. This is Peak Design's mobile tripod, and it's machined aluminum. It MagSafes to the back of your phone. It's great for watching a movie or whatever on the plane, but it's also great for, hey, I want to grab a quick selfie or take a time lapse or whatever. This one has a perennial place in my tech kit as well. Currently 20% off. Last but not least, if you don't already own some AirTags, now might be a good time. Airlines lose a lot of luggage. Airlines lose 2 million suitcases every single year. So if you ever check a bag, or if you use a lot of lockers in the basement of the train station, things like that, if you leave your bag often, I would just get an AirTag and put it into every piece of luggage you have. Word on the street is Apple is going to be partnering with several airlines to basically help them fix their lost luggage problem via AirTag. So if you use an AirTag, there is a possible future where if your bag ever gets lost, it's going to be way easier to get back to you via the airline because they have better visibility to where it is with their tracking. It's totally legal to put AirTags in your luggage. We've gotten that question a lot. And anyway, you can get a pretty good deal on them right now. Last I bought was a 4-pack, and let's just check real quick. I bet they've got a good deal running too. Yeah, 26% off on a 4-pack. You got an AirTag for the whole family. Okay, here we go on adapters and power. So this is another older gen item. This is the Anker Power Core 3, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's got a 10,000 milliamp hour capacity. It's got Qi certified wireless charging. It's also got USB-C and USB-A, USB-A charging. Works great. I've carried this thing all over as well. You can currently get it for 42% off. $28 for a super powerful power bank. That's not bad. If I didn't already own that, if I didn't already buy that to review it for you guys. Next is the power bank we've been talking about a little bit more. It's Anker's newest Mag Go. So this is even more powerful, and it is quite a bit more compact. This is the Mag Go Ultra Slim. 10,000 milliamp as well, Qi 2 certified, and it's got 15 watt ultra fast charging. It's going to charge faster if you plug in, of course. But when you're traveling, it's always nice to be able to MagSafe, slap on the power bank, and just roll with that, put that in your pocket. This first power bank I just showed you doesn't do that. This one does. MagSafe's on, stays there. Pretty cool. 26% off. Always nice when you're carrying a power bank with you, especially if MagSafe isn't an option for you, is to have a short cable. There's nothing more frustrating than having like a super long cable hanging out of your pocket or your purse or whatever. This one is cool. It's by Rolling Square, and it's a 6-in-1, so you've got multiple options. It's got USB-A, USB-C, and then Lightning and micro USB as well. 23% off. This guy is another one that some guy in the comments tells us we can't shut up about. So I'm going to talk about it again. This is the MagSafe 3-in-1 charger. And personally, I think this thing is awesome. If you're like me and you travel with a phone and an Apple Watch and maybe a set of AirPods, you got multiple things to charge. And this is cool because it's one cable and one little dock, and it folds up to a very small footprint, about the size of a set of AirPods. Fits in the palm of your hand. I think this is an incredible innovation. It's one of my favorite kind of charging products I've ever seen. I think it's a really useful piece of travel gear for travelers. And right now you can get it for 25% off. So if you're in the market, I would snag one. We featured this in our most recent video. I have carried this travel adapter to more than 20 countries. This is the best-selling travel adapter on Amazon. It's under $20. It's been reviewed by Wirecutter for sure, and I think several other publications. Wirecutter calls it their #1 recommended travel adapter, and I love it. It just works. You can charge up to 6 different things. It's got... where can we see that? It's got AC power. Whoa. Sorry, guys. AC, USB-C, and all these USB-As. Super good. This is kind of their core, the Epica TA105. Comes with a little case. Comes with some spare fuses, I believe. At least one spare fuse. And works in over 150 destinations. The USA, you can turn the prongs and it becomes Australia, the EU, the UK, and then, of course, it works all over Asia as well. They've got multiple, so this is a tiny version of that. This is their pocket travel adapter. 20-watt USB-C, so this one does USB-A, USB-C, and AC power. So if you don't have a lot of things to charge, this could be a really good option. It takes up way less space. Also $20, so it's really kind of a choose-your-own-adventure scenario here, but hits all the same destinations as well. I think I've got one more. I'll show you the other Epica real quick. This is their like Mac Daddy charger. This is the 205. It's got some really, really fast charging capabilities. You can charge up to 7 devices with this one. 35-watt fast charging. Some other little bells and whistles. Comes with a 10A overload fuse as well as a spare fuse. So I've personally tested all of these. They're great. Most people can do just fine with this guy. I also really like the TA105 Pro, which is a slightly upgraded version of this guy. Last is another super good power bank option. This is the Nightcore NB10000. Do I have this one with me here? Yeah, I do. And I love this one. It's not MagSafe. It doesn't clip to your phone, but It is ridiculously small, super lightweight. I love the carbon fiber here. I love the like carbon fiber type of finish. And this one is awesome if you want to charge your phone, charge your laptop. You can charge a lot with this guy. Let's see. We have made it all the way through the list. So I want to remind you, if you go to awaytogether.com/deals, I have absolutely everything that we just covered in this live stream right there. And with that, I will just say thank you guys so much for joining us. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. If you're in the USA, happy Thanksgiving. And just want to say how grateful we are for you to be a part of this travel community. Really, this channel was going nowhere when it was all about filming our travels, and we thought we were going to be these travel vloggers. But once we committed to helping other travelers, which is truly what lights us up, things actually started going somewhere. And so, thank you so much. We really are grateful to you. And with that, I will open it up to Q&A if there is any. All right. Brian, best stroller for travel, best stroller for runners. Great question. They're not the same stroller. Let me close some tabs here just because Chrome is going to start freaking out. 2 seconds. Great question. All right. Best stroller for travel. We really like the... Strollers aren't cheap, everybody. And I'll get to some of these other questions in a minute. So if you don't have kids, be patient because Brian was first. We really like the Nuna because it collapses super small and it's extremely lightweight. Let me see. Yeah. So if you can see right here, all it takes is one button to collapse it that small. It's pretty dang cool. You can check it, of course, but it's also great to gate check. It's nice to have in the airport with you. So we're big fans of this one. I think this is a newer version as well. So I would check out the Nuna and just do some searching around. See if you can find maybe the older gen. Because it looks like they've made some updates to the wheels here. But we like this one because it's super lightweight and compact. Best stroller for running, dude. I use this stroller almost every day because I run our now almost 2-year-old to daycare every day. It's about 2.5 miles to her daycare on some like protected greenway and trails in our area, and it's the highlight of my day every single day is running her to school. It's the Thule Urban Glide 3, and this thing is a beast. I mean, I have to kind of go through a little bit of a wooded terrain for like 10-15 seconds to get to the paved trail, and this thing handles it no problem. If you can see, there's like shocks on the back wheels. It's very heavy duty, and it is not cheap. Strollers in general aren't cheap. Currently, you can get it for 20% off, so that's really great. I did a ton of research on running strollers. There are other options. There are probably more affordable options, but this is the Mac Daddy, in my opinion. It's my favorite stroller, but I would never travel with it because it's pretty massive. Like, it doesn't look big enough with the lady pushing it here. It's a big stroller, okay? All right. Great question, Brian. For a 2-week international trip, would you suggest the GR2 or the GR3? Well, that's a good question. Let me get to their website. I'll start by saying it really depends. It really depends on your packing style. I also may struggle to answer this question because there's different sizes of both of these bags. So here's the GR2, and then I'll open the GR3 as well. So yeah, I mean, JP, it really just depends on your goals. This is more of a rucksack, whereas this is more of a traditional, I mean, they're all rucksacks, right? They're just different bags, and it depends on your packing needs as well. This one doesn't have a padded hip belt. So if, you're going to be packing pretty heavy, I would think about that. I have personally not used or tested the GR3, so I don't want to tell you wrong. GR2 is a great bag, but I would definitely look into it further. Both, great discounts, 35 liter, 45 liter in both. This one also comes in a 40 liter. I really don't think you can go wrong with either. The GR2 definitely has a little bit more of a tactical look with the loopy stuff on the front. This one could go a little more under the radar. Both are going to be virtually indestructible. But again, I've not used the GR3, so I don't want to tell you wrong. Let's see. Yeah, those XM5s are great. Erica, thank you for watching. Hope your cruise goes awesome. Dave, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Best compression packing cubes for the, what does that say? For the TomTalk 40 liter. So that TomTalk 40 liter packs a little bit like a duffel. That's one of the ways it packs. I wouldn't say there's one particular type of packing cube that's going to work best. If you give me just a second. I think those Epica cubes are great. A lot of this depends on your budget, but I'll just show you some of my favorites. I think those Epica cubes are nice. I'm decently impressed. I like the Trip to Travel ones I showed you. If you like big, colorful designs of national parks, they've got that. I've used the Eagle Creek packing cubes, the Packet series. These are a little bit tougher, a little bit sturdier, but they're also going to be just a little bit pricier than the Trip Travel gear. And then by far, my favorite packing cubes are the Peak Design compression packing cubes. These are a little bit more of a splurge. I mean, to be honest, you're going to end up spending more on the packing cubes than you would on that TomTalk bag. So it probably just doesn't make sense, but I do really like these. They're great. They've got this kind of like self-healing fabric. They've got an easy sort of pull apart opening. They are compression cubes. One thing I like is that if you don't like to roll your shirts, but you'd rather pack them flat, they're the proper size to pack shirts flat, or pants or whatever. And they've got I don't know if it shows here in their pictures, they're dual-sided. So there's a side where you could put your dirty clothes or your workout clothes even. So that's a good option, and I really like them. You can get them in a set of 3. This is what I have. It's the small, large, and a shoe pouch, which is super cool. All right. I hope that answers your question. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. These are on sale as well, but you're going to spend more on the cubes than on the bag. So sorry I spent so long talking about that if that bothers you. Me Audio Connect Air. Have you tried the 12 South Airfly? I have not. I've heard good things, but I've had zero bad experiences with the Me Audio, and they're actually releasing a new version as well, the Connect Air 2, which is pretty cool. It's now going to function like a receiver. Like, for those of you basically my age and older, you remember that device where you could take, like, it looked like a tape, but it looked like a cassette tape, but it had a headphone wire attached to it. Then you'd plug it into your portable CD player or whatever, or your iPod, and you put it in the tape deck of your car. The Connect Air 2 is kind of like the modern version of that, where now you not only can you connect and, have your Bluetooth headphones, you can you could Bluetooth stream things wirelessly to other units. So let's say you get a rental car that doesn't have Bluetooth for whatever reason, or doesn't have Apple CarPlay or whatever. That would be a good option for you. I just realized I'm still showing you guys this Peak Design page. What type of action camera? So I've used a whole bunch. Early on, we used a big, complicated camera, kind of like the one I'm filming with right now. It's this camera, actually. It's the Sony a7 III. I know this isn't your question, but I'm getting to it. We also carried a GoPro, and I think at the time it was like the Hero 8 or the Hero 9. So, GoPro makes good stuff if you care about what you're doing being waterproof. It's not always the highest quality. It still shoots 4K, right? It's still good stuff. And we would use GoPro footage in a considerable amount of our vlogs, so I'm not knocking it whatsoever. But now you have better options for sure. So this guy is the Insta360 Go 3S. And it looks quite a bit like an action camera, like a GoPro. But the actual camera itself pulls out. And you could put this thing anywhere to get crazy shots. So when we recently took some business class flights and I was trying to get cool footage, it comes with this attachment that's like a sticky pad that can stick to anything. Don't do this at home. I'm a little bit of a risk taker. I suctioned this to like the ceiling of the airplane inside the cabin above my seat for a couple of seconds to get some really nice wide angle overhead shots. That's what's cool about this. The quality isn't amazing either, but it's all about what's your goal and what are you trying to do. Switch to full screen here. It's also got this nice flip-up screen, which is cool. So the Insta360 Go 3S is a great option. I'll actually show you a couple of these. This one's quite a bit discounted currently. Not quite a bit. It's like 10%. Again, mental math. So that's a cool option. And then another, which I don't think is on sale because they just know it's so great. I don't think they need to discount for a while, but the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, also very, very good. One of the problems with a lot of footage, especially vlogging type footage, is stability. And the Osmo Pocket 3 is so great because it has a built-in gimbal. It's the same gimbal that they use on their drones. Silky, smooth, buttery drone footage. So this guy is good, and it's not ridiculously expensive. I think it's a palatable. That's wrong. multitasking. It's not as expensive as buying a $2,000 camera, right? But it's also not cheap. I want to respect that, but it's also not on sale. So maybe come back to this guy on Cyber Monday. I would probably say option 1 is one of the newest iPhones because they film so well. We are doing a lot more of our filming when we travel on our phone. It's pretty great. A good second option would be something like this. And then truly, if it were like, I need an action cam, I need something waterproof, I need something that I don't care if it gets beat up. DJI makes good options. GoPro makes good options. Insta360 makes good options. I've tried a lot of them, and we film just about everything we do, but I really don't claim to be an expert cinematographer. Alex, if you're watching and have an opinion and you disagree with me, feel free to pop in the chat what you think. Hope that kind of answers your question. Best adapter for India. Well, off the top of my head, what type of plug in India? Type C, D, and M. I'll show my inexperience here. I haven't visited India. Would really like to. It's pretty high on our list. So I'm just going to do this. Let me Google it. Epica Travel adapters do not work in India. Who asked this question? Francesco. Francesco, I hope this isn't insulting you because I don't know this off the top of my head, but I'm going to help you figure out the answer. Best travel adapter for India. Now, what you can always do is buy the specific type of plugs for that place, right? So, type C, type D. And I know you could do this too, but now I'm trying to give you a hand. Tassan makes good stuff. I've bought some of their stuff before. This would be specific to India. Also Bangladesh, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan. Before you go, it may not hurt to ask your hotel or your host what type of plugs they're using. Again, this is my inexperience. I haven't visited in India. It never hurts to ask. It never hurts to check. And then probably what I would do is not go with a universal adapter because it's not going to be the most ubiquitous thing. I would go directly with a plug adapter. This is nice because it's got several AC, also USB-A, USB-C, but I guarantee there's something smaller out there. Yeah, something like this. 32,000 reviews, 4.7 stars. So if you were looking for something smaller, more compact, you were only worried about AC power, this could be another great option for you. Francesco, let me know if that works for you. If that doesn't work for you, I hope that answers your question. Guys, thanks so much for joining. I think we've hit all the questions here. And again, happy Thanksgiving. So thankful for this community and happy travels.